So
this segment of the chapter talks about our experiences that we have gone through and some dark secrets that have impacted who we are. Dr. Bullock says that if your pain is so strong that it still has a powerful stronghold on you, you should take a moment and breathe. When you overcome something, it means that you were successful along the journey of working through a problem or difficulty. For you to overcome something, you need to identify a barrier between overcoming and becoming. You need to find out what is holding you back, because it is a serious thing. Some barriers come as demons, stronghold, and obstacles. You need to make sure that that barrier doesn't get hold of your brain, because once that happens, it will get hold of your body and your body will simply just follow. Being the best version of yourself is not something you usually think about at a young age. It's an evolutionary journey. You can't change the past, but you can highly influence your future.
Your past does not determine what your future is going to be or what your future withholds, because many people tend to reflect on their past. Maybe they lived in poverty when they were young kids, and they think that they have no opportunity or they have no chance of becoming the best version of themselves. But it's actually, they reflect on their past because they think that that's something they see as a barrier to their futures, having bright futures actually. Yeah.
what I learned here when he said we need to stop and think why everything is not going well. So we need to stop basically what we're doing. Like maybe if we say work, school, we need to focus on ourselves and accomplish. So in order to accomplish what we want to get in life, we need to think. We need to stop and think. And then before we can go through, when we've figured everything out, we can continue with our path. That's what I got from.
I've heard that that we shouldn't let our past determine our destination, and everything that has happened in the past should just stay in the past, but also should remind us that it is what built us to be who we are at that particular point. And also we shouldn't think that the past is gonna stop us from achieving our goals, and it's also to build us and help us achieve our goals.
A lot of people, they are like ostriches. They bury their heads in the sand and mourn and cry about the past. We all have a past. Even the most successful people, they have a past. When you read or when you watch their autobiographies on YouTube or on Wikipedia or on Google, people have got their past. Everyone has a past. But let me give you a typical example how you can overcome. And then I'm in agreement with Dr. Bullock. Let me pull David. Put David, the king of Israel, up there. He used his past as a building momentum exercise. When he was now confronted with a giant that he had to slaughter in the battlefield, he did not mourn about his past, that, oh, my father banished me to the wilderness, or my brothers neglected me, they left me to take care of the lambs in a very hard environment, in a very difficult circumstances. There were wild animals I could have been eaten. He could have spent the rest of his life crying about the abuse, mourning about the bad treatment. You understand? Mm-hmm. But instead, he used his past as a momentum for going forward, as a launchpad. Hence he said to King Saul, do not be afraid of this man. Your servant is a shepherd boy. When he was in the wilderness, a lion came. I tore it apart. Sorry, my English. And one day a bear came. I did the same. I killed it. So those experiences to David were momentum building experiences. And he was able to draw from otherwise a very negative and difficult past. And he managed to use that to confront that if I overcame the lion, if I overcame a bear, if I endured the wilderness, the cold, the harsh winters of the Middle East, who is this man who doesn't even know God? Today I'm going to kill him. Look at Joseph quickly. Joseph was a man in a very difficult past. Number one, his brothers sought to kill him, okay, to get rid of his dream. He was a man of dreams. And his biggest mistake, like all of us, we overshare our dreams. We talk about everything. We tell people everything. Don't do that. Don't make that mean. Not everybody deserves to know everything that you want to do, where you're going, what you're going to be doing tomorrow, and so forth. Joseph was an excitable young man. He dreams, he comes and tells everybody. One day he dreamt the sun and the moon and the stars bowing down to him. He tells his father and his mother on a dinner table, last night I dreamt this. Father, even the father got angry. Sometimes opposition comes from quarters that you don't even expect. People that are supposed to cheer you up, if you're not careful, they can actually bring you down. His own father was angry with that dream. And another time he dreamt of his brothers. They were in the field cutting sheaves and putting sheaves together. And all the other brothers' sheaves fell down. His remained standing. He went and told his brothers, oh guys, the dream last night, we were cutting, gathering sheaves, and all your things bowed down to mine. They all fell. So they began to think, so who is he going to be like? What is he going to be like? So does he mean he's going to dominate and rule over us? No way. Gag. They refused. So they said one day he was coming to give them food in the wilderness. And they said, that dreamer is coming. Let's kill him. And let's see what happens. These were not strangers. These were not neighbors. These were his own blood, his own DNA, the brothers and the sisters that his brothers that he really supposed to be safe in. So you need to be careful. Sometimes your biggest rival is siblings. Your siblings there's what we call sibling rivalry is real. It's not a joke. So you need to know how to overcome all these kind of things. And they wanted to kill him. They put him in a pit so that he dies there, took out his jacket, killed a goat, mixed with the blood, so the goat told the father that your son was eaten by wild animals. This is all we found. But one of the brothers, the big brother, Reuben, saw the Ishmaelites came and said, no, look, let's not kill our brother. What is the point? Let's sell him. Let's make money. And they sold him. I think it was Simeon and Levi, and they sold him to Ishmaelites. But you see what? All what Joseph was going through, which was bad experience, terrible, was building blocks for his future. If he was not sold to the Ishmaelites, he was not going to end up in Egypt. He got free transport out of the jealousy of the brothers. The brothers were jealous and they sold him. No, not knowing the plan of God for his life, they actually gave him free transport. He was supposed to otherwise how was he going to end up in Egypt? He had to be sold. When he went there in Egypt, Potiphar's wife began to desire to have him. She lied. He refused. He kept his integrity. That's about it, people. You need to keep your integrity. You need to keep yourself without blame.
The glass ceiling. The term glass ceiling is an unofficially acknowledged barrier to the advancement in a profession, stated by Reginald. Your glass may be on the first floor, and your capabilities are needed on the 21st floor. This means that the ceiling was never a ceiling for you. It was a step, so you have to treat it like all your steps. Put your foot forward on it and keep moving forward. It's a growth opportunity for you to go to the next level.
Mm-hmm.
You don't always have to eat what is being handed to you if you have the ability to hunt, fish, or gather food for yourself. Just as you mentioned yesterday, the little opportunities you see, you should take them. Reginald also mentioned, Dr. Bullock also mentions a quote from Dr. Martin Luther King, which says, I may not get there with you, but I want you to know tonight that we as a people will get to the promised land. Martin Luther King became not only the best version of himself, but like Nelson Mandela, he set the example for the entire world to see the world experience what it's like to be the best version of himself.
What I got from my brother is that a ceiling is never really a ceiling meant for you. Use it as a stepping stool. And like little opportunities, he spoke about little opportunities, how little opportunities may lead to bigger opportunities, and how they use the references of Martin Luther King and Nelson Mandela about how they became the best version of themselves. Thank you.
I've heard that we shouldn't think that, you know, those little opportunities are not important. We should take them seriously because they can lead us to like something even bigger. And for example, like my brother said, he has missed a lot of opportunities which I've also missed. And for example, I've missed like singing. You know, I have a talent of singing, but something in my mind tells me that you should wait. Something in my mind is just telling me to wait, or don't post this video, you won't go far. Don't do this, you won't do this. You know, it's my mind just discourages me from getting where I want to be. And I've missed more opportunities besides singing, like schoolwork or going somewhere far in my school academics.
So an opportunity I've missed in my life, it's understood that I have a big interest in basketball. So there was a time where I went to basketball selections. So this was selections to go overseas and to further your training for basketball and to become better than what you actually are and to go to a higher level. So I doubted myself in these basketball trials. I thought I couldn't do it because of the people I saw. They were big, they had longer hands, they were taller than me, and in that case I had already given up. And so I hid in the bathroom actually because I was scared, because I thought I was gonna get chosen to play here and I thought I was gonna make lots of mistakes. So I hid in the bathroom until the game was over. And then I came out and my whole opportunity was gone. So now I doubt I'm gonna see that opportunity again. Yeah, but now that I know it's about having faith in myself, about being passionate about what I love most. Yeah, thank you.
I've enjoyed listening to my friends speak because they've made a lot of good points, and it's nice to see the people I care about like self-introspect and think about their lives in such a way, because I feel like we don't do that enough. So it's nice that this book has opened that path for them to make them see that this really is important. And they've made a lot of good points, like there's no such thing as a small opportunity, because anything, you know, it's a butterfly effect. Anything could lead to anything at any time, at any given moment. Just being in the right place at the right time or being at the wrong place at the wrong time could completely change the entire trajectory of your entire life. And then the glass ceiling, I feel like it's self-imposed. Like listening to Kuziva's story about hiding in the bathroom, the glass ceiling for most people in the circle, I've realized, is the fear of failure. And if you don't try, then you've already failed. Like, I'm quoting someone, but I'm not sure who I'm quoting right now. But they said it's better to try and fail than to fail without trying. You know, so the glass ceiling is definitely something I feel like we need to work on more. But I'm glad that we've opened ourselves up to this conversation.
Because in my life, I've missed a lot of opportunities becoming I wouldn't say professional footballer, but like becoming my path to becoming a professional footballer. I've missed a lot of opportunities, and I think 2 to 3 opportunities to becoming those, and I take those as a lot of opportunities, because those opportunities could have gotten me further. I could have been playing in PSL or in the Premier League or in La Liga, etc. So that's what I took. That little opportunities are very big opportunities, in fact.
2 things about the glass ceiling. It can be imposed by people, like Zeho said. Tseko mentioned that it's self-imposed. You can impose it yourself by feeling as having a sense of inadequacy. I can't do this. Well, what if I fail? What will people say? So failure handicaps you or incapacitates you and keeps you from moving forward. So you basically, they have no one to blame other than you yourself. You've set a glass ceiling. Then also there's glass ceilings that can be put by people. Because you're a girl, so a woman should move between these cultures can cause glass ceiling. From where you're coming from, your past experiences can become a glass ceiling for you. And people can impose that. We're coming from an apartheid situation where they said black people should not do mathematics and science. But what would they do with that? They will never be doctors and scientists. Train them rather to use their hands. That's what apartheid said. So that was the glass ceiling put. So you find out that each black person that broke through, that made it that time, we celebrate them because it was unfathomable. It was unthinkable that a black person go beyond. Right now, that thing has been shattered, right? But there's still many. Even as you grow up, you're going to find a lot of glass ceiling that people put for you because of whatever their opinions of yourself. The last thing you should have is have an opinion of yourself. Know yourself. Remember, the first thing that we read from this book, Becoming a Best Version of Yourself, was two important dates. The day you were born and the day you realize who you are. So if you know who you are, think about these sportsmen and that sportswomen that have to go through and to shatter glass ceilings that we put for them, or women in executive positions today that we're told you're a woman, a girl. Why should you educate a girl child? She's just good for being married and have children. But women have to shatter these ceilings that are imposed by the society. So yeah, thank you so much. I think going forward, guys, don't accept anything that says you can't. Don't. That should propel you to say, I'll do it. The fact that people are saying, I cannot, I'm going to do it for that matter. Have that as fuel. Have that as energy. Positive energy for yourself. Because if people, every time people always say, you can't, you can't, you can't. There's no way. Very few people will cheer you up as you go up. And as you go further, your cheerers will diminish. You might have a lot in the beginning, but when people don't like people to be successful more than they are. So the moment they see you're doing better, they say, wow, no, this and that, kind of stuff. Thank you so much.